Hold
Why you
on.
laughing, bro? They said I'm a living soul, and I invoke my rights. I waive none. I'm here under special appearance, appropriate persona. Yeah.
Special appearance challenges the court's jurisdiction. You took service. You failed to show. Did you file in your special appearance some what they would call affirmative defense that would keep the court from having, because subject matter jurisdiction they're going to have, that's just their ability to hear the case. I don't know if he's a judge. He's a judge. He's an officer of the state.
So the orders that they put out, are they valid orders?
If it's signed by a judge, yeah.
Even if it's not under the seal of the court or signed by an actual judge?
You said Article 3, that's federal.
Yes or no? Is the order valid if it's not under the seal of the court and signed by?
I don't even know what the seal of the court means. I used to hear a little bit of this stuff back in the day, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because I was a part of and I learned, because I watched a lot of people, what they call crash out, from saying some of this stuff. And
you hold it back, Greg. You hold it back, Greg. I see it, bro.
A lot
the
of
people don't want to see you hold back, bro.
I'm reading your information, and it's like you had three statements that all you had to do is give an answer to the three statements. Statements, and you could have countered the three statements with your own stuff and asked for something in return. That would have been a counter answer, an answer and a counter. And it's like they said, hey, these three. They say, hey, sentence 1, sentence 2, sentence 3. And you filed 16 and some exhibits, 18. It's like you came and said, hey, man, chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets is crazy, bro. You're not going to disrespect me like that. Chicken nuggets is crazy, bro.
If I ask you, are you this person? Do you know this person? Are you their father? Did you have sex with the mother? You didn't even answer that. You came and filed demands for all other kinds of things. It's like saying, you ever had somebody who had like one of those kids and say, hey, my baby real smart. He can work the remote and he can do these things on the computer. Right. And you say, hey, little man, hey, that's a nice jacket you have on, bro. Hey, by the way, what's your middle name? Hey, chicken nuggets. Anyway,
hashtag chicken nugget is crazy, bro.
Right.
So you're telling me that these people are telling people to go in the courtroom and say chicken nugget?
I don't know. I hear your word. I would, because he can say it.
And my word is good, bro. I would never send you off. So look,
if what you're saying is true, whoever would give you that kind of information, because I know it's not advice, because they're definitely not an attorney. They're misleading you.
Yeah. See, I did my Googles on you, Greg, and before I decided to reach out, you got a name for these people out here. You call them the Packet Boys. What's the Packet Boys?
The Packet Boys, and there's some the Packet Boys are a name that the guys who helped me start doing the child support basics and what have you, and they came up with the name. They said they call them the Packet Boys because they would just send people packets to file or to turn in. And I just thought it was strange. So you mean a guy that you don't know is just going to give you a standard template, and you're going to turn in that template with an expectation of getting some fantastical result? That doesn't make any sense.
Hold on, bro, because you got me fucked up. So you're telling me that these guys are selling out. They're selling out. So that's for sure. They selling out out of these packets, and they sending them to people to file in their cases, and it got nothing to do with nothing. Is that what you're saying?
If you got this kind of stuff that I'm looking at here,
can we put a chat? You guys got a chat in here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, man. Go ahead and we could read some of those too as we go. But go ahead. So I went in there and said chicken nugget, bro.
Yeah, or worse. So the chat is up. Can you see the chat from your side?
I can, bro. I got the phone here, the camera here, the notebook here. I'm not an octopus, bro. So you gotta have to read it for me, bro.
So they say you ask the question as to where are you getting the information? I guess he's getting it
What
from
information? What information?
the whatever the spill you just gave me as to the foolish. I mean, I'm just saying
This,
the things that you did that have nothing to do with. I know I'm in Florida and you're in Illinois, so there's gonna be some nuance that makes it different, but there's just a
yeah.
basic process. Um, and from what I'm seeing here, you just said, "F it, I'm not gonna do anything, but I'm gonna throw all this stuff into the court." And I'm surprised you didn't go to jail behind this kind of stuff.
Oh, I did. Hold on, it gets better, bro. So let me finish my story because it does give it.
I'm sorry,
Why
I
you
didn't.
laughing at me, bro? Why you laughing, bro? This
Go
is my
ahead,
real life.
go ahead, man.
All right,
Go
so
ahead.
look, so I go, and this is where shit start getting fishy. So so I go back to jail. I mean, I go back to jail. So I go, I go back to court, and fucking the judge is like fed up with my bullshit by now. Mind you, we're like a year. I think we're a year in. He's like, "Fuck it, we gonna have I forgot what they call it, but it's like a contempt hearing, a proof to or proof to show cause or some bullshit."
Oh, so you got an order to show cause as to why he shouldn't hold you in contempt, and you pretty much shot the middle finger to the judge, right? It's called an order
Hold on,
to
bro.
show cause, right?
Greg,
In order to show cause,
So
not a request.
I pull up to the hearing, and I say, if you lock me up right now, I say, hold on, I say, if you lock me up right now, you're locking me up on a void order, and you haven't even proved that you have jurisdiction. Bro, the judge looked at the sheriff on his right and he just gave him a head nod and they just straight locked me up. Bro, I'm in that bitch like, I object. I object. Bro, they dragged me into the they got the arrest record and everything. It said the sheriffs came upstairs, just see me handcuffed in the hallway in the corner. Bro, it's so fucked up. It's like a movie. So then they take me downstairs. They lock me up in a temporary cell in a cell that they have. Like it's like before they send you to the DOC. And then fucking I'm like, fuck, bro. So this shit is they not hearing me out. I'm like, bro, this shit
Well,
is
let me
fucked
help
up.
you. They heard you.
They
Um,
heard me. They just didn't give a fuck.
but hold on. You said something about you. The order is void, and he had no jurisdiction. If he
right.
issued the order, what would make the order void? You said it, but what would make it void?
One of the case laws that these packet boys talk about is Davis versus Page. No, any support order written out without custody adjudication is void. So they didn't talk about custody. They went straight to child support. Therefore, that shit's void, bro.
Did you raise an issue of custody?
No, I raised my voice though and told they asked if they lock me up, they
So
fucking
I
lock me
got
up in
one
a
of my
void order.
guys. One of my guys said them boys are selling y'all dreams. Where is the proof, actual factual evidence of what they're saying? He says he's never heard any of them with courtroom stories, no documented proof of wins.
Who is he talking about?
Um,
Tell them
he,
tell them drop names. We need name drops because they know. They know what's going on. So look, let me as they name drop, I'm gonna tell you. So I get out, bro, and this is where shit get fishy, Greg. I get out and I call and oh no, I sent Child Support is Fraud a message. I'm like, bro, like they fucking with me, bro. Like I need some real help out here. This shit is not working. Guess what he told me?
uh, probably. I don't know. I would have asked what you did
He
specifically.
told me nothing, bro. He didn't say shit, bro. He read the message and he left me on scene, bro. I'm out on bond. And that's kind of like why that's kind of how I got connected with you. Cause I'm like, bro, I gave Child Support is Fraud his flowers. I'm like, bro, I love what you're doing for the community. You helping, you doing this, you doing that. Fuck it. You charging more than fucking rent. Shit, fuck it. What thank you. But I'm still in jail for the shit. So you would think he'd help me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what's going on? You
He
know,
said,
like
my man said you brought the dream and paid for the ticket. Um,
I did, bro.
I would say this, that based upon what I'm looking at, I want to get back to a couple of things. You just grant me a couple of moments of levity. the issue of jurisdiction, the court had jurisdiction because apparently you live in Illinois and so does the mother, correct?
This is facts.
Okay, and you showed up at some point in time, correct?
I showed up to every hearing.
And you never filed, before you showed up, you never filed like a special appearance or anything else to quash service, correct?
I did file special appearance.
Did you?
I said I was a living soul. I said I'm a living soul. Why you laughing, bro?
Hold on.
Why you laughing, bro? They said I'm a living soul, and I invoke my rights. I waive none. I'm here under special appearance, appropriate persona. Yeah.
Special appearance challenges the court's jurisdiction. You took service. You failed to show. Did you file in your special appearance some what they would call affirmative defense that would keep the court from having, because subject matter jurisdiction they're going to have, that's just their ability to hear the case. What would have kept them from having personal jurisdiction if you actually showed up or filed any paper in there? Your first document would have had to have addressed the jurisdictional question. Otherwise, you would have made what's called a general appearance and you would have waived that defense. But I don't even understand why you said you're a good father earlier, so why are we even talking about the jurisdictional issue? Why don't you just address the matter at hand?
I'm fucking in the courtroom swinging that air, bro. I don't know. I'm trying to get something to hit, bro. I was getting told all this shit. I say the shit in there. It didn't work. They locked me up, come out, hit them back up, and I'm on red, bro. I'm on red, bro. And now I'm on the phone with you, Greg. So what's going on, man? Why he leaving me on red, though?
I can't speak for someone else. I just don't do that.
But what if he was to see this right now? Like, do you got any questions for him?
Well, the first thing is this notion that child support is fraud. Child support's not fraud. There may have been some fraud involved in getting the order or acquiring the order, but that's an issue specific kind of thing.
Yeah.
The other thing is, you said you spoke for like 15, 20 minutes, and unless the dude's like a genie or something, I don't know how a person can get enough information to assist you in such a short time.
Yeah.
Now, the guys that, if you go to like the membership, will see, we did, I don't know, he's on, Rick, how many classes have we done total? 15, 20? Probably maybe more than that. We did 10 basics.
You got some people on the call?
I have people that are in my chat room.
Okay, that's pretty much like my story though, bro. And my story got kind of cut short because like child support is fraud and child support made simple too. Like they just all left me hanging. I feel like they left me out here to die, bro. So you know what makes you so successful and confident in what you're telling me right now? Like, do you even have any success stories yourself? Or have you helped anybody other than yourself?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, can we prove it? Are these people on the call? Like, I mean, can you show me some proof? Can we hear? I want to hear from them. I don't want to, I'm no disrespect, Greg, but I got to hear it for myself, bro. And the people want to hear it for themselves, though.
I know that at least one guy here. I can try to call a couple of other ones. I put the other ones into the Zoom so they may start popping in, but they can't say anything, so that's all good.
Can we get who do you got on here right now? What's his name?
Rick's in here.
Okay, let me talk to Rick, man. Can we put Rick on so he can actually talk?
Yeah.
I like this, man. I like where it's going, bro. I feel like the streets need to hear what's going on, bro. The streets is getting sent to jail, all type of ways, bro. Yeah, we gotta talk, man.
Hey, what up, though?
Who's that right here?
That's Rick.
Rick, man. This Rick with the paperwork?
Fuck no, man. And you better quit dealing with them packet boys, man. They gonna leave you hanging, man. They gonna leave you somewhere.
What you mean leaving me hanging, bro?
What you mean? I ain't gotta answer that. You done told us already. You done told the world. The nigga left you unread, didn't he? The nigga left you unread. He ain't give you no type of pass forward. He didn't try to stray you to a different outcome. The nigga left you unread, and then for the nigga to say you're a dream and send you in court with some federal case laws when you're dealing with a state case matter. Come on, man. Y'all better stop following them niggas, man.
Oh, okay, so Rick, did you Did you deal with them yourself though?
Man, I can tell you this. I came across plenty of cats such as yourself. I ain't never came across not one cat that I'd have dealt with that done came across dogs who ain't had a less than fortunate outcome.
Right.
And I'm one of them. And
Right.
I'm one of, and I can tell you, he ain't charged me no $500, $600, $700. I called him one time, he called me right back.
Right, and that's one of the things I do want to say about you, Greg. Is I don't think that it should be that easy to get a hold of you, but you are really easy to get a hold of, bro. Like you is not hiding, leaving people on red. You pick up your phone. I fuck with that, man. That's like Greg's a real deal, bro. But Rick, let me ask you a question, Rick. What what
Man,
what what why you laughing at me, Rick?
because I'm
Why you
sitting here, bro.
laughing though?
I'm sitting here and I'm listening to your story, bro. And it's funny to me that I understand, I get it. It's so many of us as fathers that, we get backed into a corner and we're searching for a way out. We're looking for an outcome so that we don't have to deal with these people. And then we come across cats like the brother you call yourself dealing with who out here selling dreams to brothers such as yourself.
Yeah,
And I don't find that clear. I don't find that helping the community.
yeah.
I feel like them type of people is feeding off the community and it's hurting us more than it's helping us. That's just my opinion. I
Yeah,
didn't
and you
I
know
done
what
bet
though, bro? You know what though, bro? Before we get into what Greg did for you, though, I really do want to kind of like keep going off that. I, it's kind of like what he's exploiting the very community he claims to help from oppression. I mean, like, is that kind of what we're saying? I mean, like his whole gimmick
hey,
is
listen, I can't say what he doing or what he not doing. What I can say is he's not he's not leading, he's not doing what Dawson's doing.
y'all
I done
being too
watch
nice, bro. Y'all
I
being
done
too
watched the
nice, bro.
video. I done watched the
I got sent
videos.
to jail, bro. Y'all being too nice right now, bro.
Hey,
I was on a wood bench eating a mustard sandwich, bro, and some milk. No,
wow.
look, so Rick, so please tell me, and for the people watching, man, this. I'm not taking no calls. This is real live testimony from Greg, straight from Zoom. He's in Tampa, Florida. I have no access to the people that he's putting on this call, so if they say anything, don't get mad at me. Rick, what has Greg done for you? And where were you before you met Greg as far as like what was the fucked up situation you needed help with and how did he help you?
Okay, well, I mean, I was in your same situation where I got that first documentation. And I reached out to Greg. He hit me right back. I told him my situation and he pretty much gave me the information that I needed to defend myself. He didn't offer to sell me no packet. He didn't give me no one-step quick book on how to beat the system. He pretty much just guided me towards the information that dealt with my state and the rules that apply to my state and laws. And I use that to defend myself. And that's what these brothers out here not doing. They trying to sell you a packet like the one you bought, and it didn't apply to your specific situation in no shape, form, or fashion. And me personally, I call that a fraud.
Wow.
You can't call nobody else a fraud without calling yourself a fraud. If you selling false information and you're not really out here helping nobody that's reaching out to you for help. That's my personal opinion. And the motherfucker can take from that what they want.
Right. It's like when we grew up as kids. It take one to know one, right? Cause Greg acting
Yeah.
like he don't know. Cause Greg acting like he don't know nobody.
Well, I say this. I've seen a lot of people who would give people things that wouldn't benefit them. And I got to give a shout out to my man, Will Crowley. Will's the one who introduced me back in the day. He said he should do the UCC. He also was a credit guy. He's been in the credit business for years, and he does work with people, real estate investors. And he just showed me, say, look, Greg, these guys are talking about this stuff, and I don't want to mention their names because they're not here to defend themselves. But I was a part of a particular kind of movement. And I'll tell you, I do have a Fez. I have my Circle 7. I have the certified, was it authenticated birth certificate? I got all that stuff. But you don't ever hear that when I'm inside the courtroom. None of it. Because this doesn't apply. And so what Will said was, hey, everybody tells you all these sweet stories. But I'm gonna tell you, I was looking at 50 years in prison for some of the bills of exchange, or something for bills of exchange, and that was in federal court. Looking at 50 years in federal prison. In fact, if you go to my page, you'll see the interview with Will Crowley, the best interview you could ever get. He tells you the absolute truth. You know what else he did? He gave me a stack of stuff. He probably gave me a library of books. Which I went and took to my kid's mom, and they've been in them things for years. He probably 100 books, but he showed me what the outcome was. And when somebody can show it to me and says, hey, Greg, this is what can happen. I said, from that day forward, anything I do, I'll show it. Now, I don't know if your screen can allow, but I can show you what an ended docket looks like.
Right.
Because this is what we do in our class. If you would like, I can just show it to them.
Yeah, we could show it. But I really want to just ask Rick one more question. Is Rick still on the line?
Yeah, I'm still here, bro.
Okay, Rick, because you kind of complicated a little bit. I kind of want to make it short and sweet. What was the issue? What did you want, and what did you end up with? Like, what was the issue? Did you not have no time with your kids? Was you on child support? What was it? And then what did you want? And what did you actually get at the end?
The issue was improper service.
Yeah, but were you the defendant? Were you the petitioner in this case?
Nah, I was the defendant, bro.
The defendant. So it was child support coming at you for support.
Correct.
Okay. And then you came at them for the proof of service. And then what did you end up with at the end of all of this?
A dismissed case.
No way.
Yeah.
Was the kids yours?
Yeah, they my kids. I ain't denying my kids, bro.
So these are your kids.
I'm telling you, based on the state laws within my state and the information that Dawes guided me to, like you just asked, what was my issue? The state failed to serve me properly. Well, what's the rule that applies to the issue? Well, in Texas, I don't know what it would be out there, but it's Texas Rule of Civil Procedure 128. You can only serve me in two manners. Now, how does the rule apply to my issue? They did not follow the two rules as required by state law.
Wow.
The conclusion I got was a dismissal.
And what was the first thing that you filed along with what's the first thing that you filed in response to the improper service?
The first document that.
Oh, did he go away?
Yeah, he cut out.
Rick, we can't hear you. I guess he might have dropped. He might be because he's a truck driver. I'll tell you.
Let me ask you this.
He filed a special appearance because that was the first document he filed. And in that, he challenged jurisdiction.
Right.
That's why.
But if it's dismissed, are they able to bring it up? Because those are his kids.
That's a different issue, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
But it's a different issue.
Support and custody don't go hand in hand?
They do go hand in hand. But it's a different issue. His issue wasn't. He wasn't there to address that. He was only there to address the improper service.
Wow.
You start talking about everything else. Now you're defending the case, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Everything's a process.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say something we say within the groups that I'm in. You can't win if you don't go in, bro.
No, for sure. I feel like a lot of these guys that I've gotten.
Yo.
Yeah. What's up, Rick? I feel like I got a lot of education from these different guys, and I feel like they all run from the situation. Now that I'm kind of hearing your story, it's like, damn, you guys are actually going in and tackling the shit where a lot of these guys, you know, they tell you send the mail back.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you a saying we got, man. You put it back in the mail, they're gonna send your ass to jail.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too.
I promise
Wait,
you that.
so
Put it
so
back, put it back in the mail if you want. Hey, like my people just tell you, man, you can't win if you don't go in.
yeah,
I mean, like you say, you from the hood. You
yeah,
ain't never ran from nothing.
right,
Don't start running now.
Don't
If a
run with
nigga telling you to put it back in the mail, that mean you're running.
We don't
right,
run. We don't run.
And we don't do no running over here.
yeah,
And,
right.
and I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna probably come off a little bit crude, especially for my European and non Afrocentric people. I have a saying: you can't nigger your way through the system because the system is nigger proof and niggas are the proof. All right.
How you gonna say that on my platform, bro? I gotta beep it, all that, bro. Like, come on now. We got big lights and cameras and shit now, bro.
Hey, listen, play with them people if you want to. They got somewhere for your ass, bro.
No, I found out. I found out the hard way, bro. Because when I did that, and I still, and even when I came out, when I paid the purge and I bounded out, whatever you want to call it, I came out, I had a hearing, and I still told him, I was like, bro, but I knew not to show up in person. I showed up in Zoom, but I think he wanted me to, I can't be sure, but I think he wanted me there in person. And when I told him, I was like, I told him I filed an intent to sue. I was like, you guys are, locked me up on a void order. And I was like, you haven't proven jurisdiction, nothing. They muted me. And he's like, matter of fact, where you at, bro? Where you at right now? I said, shit. I'm far, bro. I said, I'm far. He said, where you at right now? I said, I'm far. He's like, you know what? I want you to come in the courtroom in the next hour. I said, nope, I can't go. Got to pick up my kids. And he's like, you know what? Come tomorrow. And he asked the coordinator, what's the earliest time? And whatever, they gave me that. I was like, man, I just fucking filled out some shit and sent it in. And they got off my back, but I do gotta address the issue though. So like, I can't get a hold of Child Support is Fraud. I can't get a hold of Child Support Made Simple. I can't get a hold of Rick W. Can you help me, Greg?
Well, I can look at your situation again. I can't give legal advice, but I could look at your situation. And one thing I can tell from what I am seeing is there's a lot of nothing here, and because from what I'm gathering, it's really simple. I see also you have a custody case, and
Yeah.
you have some other information here too that it's kind of interesting. There's a gal involved.
A GAO. Yeah, they put a GAO.
Yeah,
I objected to it.
no, you didn't. But
Yes, I did. Go look at my
no,
objection
no.
affidavit.
I'm reading it, and when I'm saying no, you didn't, I would say this. I don't know if that is sufficient to get the result that you're looking for. And again, this is a quick glance. Again, like I say, I'm multitasking, but there would have been a better way to approach it. Also, depending on how Illinois law is, and again, I know Florida backwards, forwards, inside and out. And we've had everything from dismissals to men getting full custody, men having 50-50 or some greater report to where the child support is nominal, if at all. But I see that you have some process issues, and just listening to you speak, you have some very glaring or brazen misunderstandings about process. A lot of that stuff sounds good. They say to people, it doesn't sound good to people who know better. It sounds like gibberish.
Wow.
And I would say this: if it were me, I would step back, put that stuff to the side, and go read the law for what the law is.
So you think I should just take my losses and just move forward?
I didn't say take. Well, I wouldn't look at it as a loss. I would say I look at the court, any court proceeding, as like a boxing match. They're rounds, or like a football game. It's like a drive. No, play is over. You just go on to the next play. The game is not over because you didn't get what you wanted from that play. So what I suggest is you get on to the next play. I haven't seen enough because again, I can't within this, and this is an interview about some other things, but it would take me some time to look at what your situation is, see where you are, find the appropriate rule to address your issues, and then kind of move forward. It would make sense to me that because you did want custody, that you could have raised, it would seem like you could have raised the custody issue and maybe even stayed the child support case until the finality of the custody arrangement. Because if, say, you both have 50-50, well, if it's like Florida, then what would happen is the guidelines would have to reflect the number of overnights that you have, depending on the mother. And I don't want you to say anything, but depending on the mother's living standard, if your living standard is better or provide a better living standard for the child, well, you could argue that you should be the primary residential caregiver and the mother should have visitation. There's a number of ways that you could have approached it. But
I went in there and I said chicken nugget, bro.
Oh yeah, you said chicken nugget, bro.
I said chicken nugget, bro. But look, I kind of wanna touch on the actual remedy aspect of child support, because I feel like there's a big misconception on what is remedy.